Okay, I'm gonna take it that we're live again. I still see that my YouTube area doesn't seem to be working the way I remembered it working. Or I could at least see the play on there. Maybe some chat if anybody came around, to chat. But this is where we left off last night, or this morning, I guess. We took a pretty good tour of Skyrim Scandinavian Seasons Extended. This seems a little bit better than the original Scandinavian Seasons I tried. I think it was probably last summer. There's Tundra Homestead. I don't own it yet. So let's just take a look at our stats. Settings, gameplay, survival mode, legendary difficulty. Survival legendary. This is basically a relatively new rollout for AE. I originally intended to do it Creation Club only, but I just had to try Scandinavian Seasons again. So this is my only mod for now. I might plug in or enable Winter Sun Fates of Skyrim where you can pray. That's a very immersive mod. So we'll see how this goes. I am using the Creation Club Ice Blade of the Monarch. Opponents take 30 points of frost damage to health and stamina, but I'm out of soul gems. I only have the one. I haven't found another one yet. One other item that comes with this Creation Club sword are these fists of Randagulf. Melee and unarmed attacks do 20% more damage. That's melee, that's, your sword, 20% more. And 20% more damage with your shield, which I'm not using right now. But these things together, the sword and the gauntlets, very outstanding. The only clothes I'm wearing right now, I do have my Dwarven mail armor. This is the only Creation Club real armor set I have right now. Seems to be the one I start with. I think it's a fine looking set of armor. But right now I'm wearing the fishing clothes. It has the same warmth as the male, 27th. But there's 0 armor rating. Go figure, playing on Legendary. I've often played Legendary, or even in Old Rim, Requiem, which is common close. I've never really completed a Requiem play though. I have so many Creation Club stuff downloaded into my system, and I don't even have all of it yet. I'm beginning to wonder if my little Walmart gaming PC might get overwhelmed, at some point. I see some things loading in the background. So I'm sure I probably can't play it all at once, and it's probably struggling with just what I have here. Let's see, we are level 10 as I recall. Yes. Now we can go get the Creation Club home, Hendraheim, legitimately. As I mentioned this morning and before, I discovered that I can get Hendraheim at level 6 by attacking the lady. See, she's going to attack you once we get her, let her to fight. But why does she have to call it off? We just go up there and attack her. I'm guessing that you can get the thing at level 1. Once you kill her, you'll get the key. And I didn't think I was going to get her Nordic Sword of Scorching at first, which I think is a fine one-handed weapon. But then I later realized it's there next to a tree where she gets her helmet and shield. So I guess you can just run up and steal it. Just running up and stealing it will start the fight too. Scandinavian Seasons. throat of the world. Once again, I've discovered at least one spot I can ride my horse straight up the mountain. Right there to the porch, basically the porch of the Graybeard's place. Not using the steps at all. Of course, I'm sure we've all gone down the mountain, you know, without using the steps. There is no fast travel on survival mode. You know, this little place right here, the ruined White Run farmstead or farmhouse, when I used to play the game back in the old RIM days, I have over 3,000 hours in the game. I used the chest and the floor, and even just the bed and floorboards themselves as a place to store items. I'd come back, you know, regularly so they wouldn't, inside the chest, you know, respawn or anything. And then my first mod was I just added a bunch of stuff to this, you know, a bunch of containers, a cooking pot, you know, a whole crafting thing in the back. That was going to be my storage depot. So I used to hang out here until probably at least level 10 or so. Then I started buying in-game houses. Right, I'm broadcasting. Alright. That's good. I must not be using the YouTube live stream area properly. I remember it worked different than this, better than this. Rita Elentra Nymph. Where did I get that quest from? Well, let's see where this is. Well, we're kind of heading toward it. Here's Hendraheim that we're going to go get, I do believe. Yeah, this is kind of intimidating to get it. My weapon does not have a soul gem on it. This could be a tough fight on Legendary. And I'm probably debuffed by the cold and starvation. See, do I have any weapon? I was using the fishing rod up there by Dawnstar. There's a cabin we discovered by the Creation Club. I'd never seen it before, but it was interesting. This was one of those open cabins, so you don't really get refreshed when you sleep on survival mode. Well, I don't know if I want to free any nymph right now. That sounds like another Creation Club quest. What time is it? It's almost 3 p.m. Just taking a little look at Scandinavian Seasons. I guess it definitely has a cold kind of feel or look to it. Actually, I'm kind of cold just sitting here. Now, did we receive a letter yet to go contact this gal? Well, let me go see. Meet me at the Shrine of Talos. The Forsworn Conspiracy. The Shrine of Talos. Where's that in Solitude? Well, that'll be on the back burner for a while. I think maybe we were supposed to be on the road or a town or something, get a note and go fight her. That's what happened on my other characters. There are those Forsworn there. There's battles right here. In the recent past.
Do you seek to make a purchase?
Yeah, let's see what you have.
Take a look.
I have not yet seen a caravan carrying the arcane arrows. Do I have anything to sell? Probably not much. Or we can sell a couple of gems. Does this guy have a soul gem? Or did I have a soul gem? I do have a soul gem. I can charge my weapon now.
May your road lead you to war.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Thanks.
Because we might need that. Where's the way up there? Alright, here's the Scandinavian Seasons, the fog kicking in. Hendraheim. Now, I have a feeling I haven't really started this properly still. I'm level 10, but I think we have to get a note to go see her, and then come and say that we're here to see her. challenge, but here's her equipment right here. Again, she's going to come pick up the shield, the helmet, and the Nordic sword of scorching.
Yeah?
See, normally if we started this, I guess we have to wait for a courier to get this. And then she'll, basically, we're going to tell her that we're here, you know, because of her letter or something. Then she'll start fighting us. But why do we have to let her call the shots? We know we have to fight her. She doesn't have the key on her, but when I fought her at level 6, I did end up with the key. But I want to take her out, surely. So let's be cheaters here. Oh, she did some pretty darn fine blocks there. Now I have a feeling we're going to be running circles around the house. I don't think I have much by the way of healing potions. I don't want to use magic. Because we didn't really start this properly, she's not using her sword of burning, which might make a difference in her favor. One thing about legendary difficulty is it can be a grind. I know there's one very popular YouTuber always plays Skyrim on legendary difficulty. Let you know that right up front. Not always survival mode, because he has to fast travel around, you know, so he could loot just about everything in the game and make his powerful potions. And the powerful potions, it seems like it effectively reduces legendary difficulty to adept or less. You know, if you can go around practically one-shotting your enemies, you're no longer effectively on legendary difficulty, are you? It just cancels it out. But to be a alchemist, you know, spending 70% of your game collecting ingredients and making potions to sell and make poisons. Basically, you're a cook. You're not a warrior. You're a REMF, or Rare Echelon MFer, as we used to call it in the army. Poor gal. No, honey, I think your end is drying there.
Mercy.
I'd like to give mercy, but Skyrim is pretty much a game without mercy. Take the key to Hendrheim. See, we're level 10, but we didn't really get a courier or anything to give us a note to go see her. We've got a note here. The key. Normally I don't loot bodies of everything. Because I think it's disrespectful. Even the mages typically don't loot. Strip them of their clothes. That's what I meant. Only the scavenger, things like that. The three Imperials posing as Imperials, they're thieves. They strip their victims of their armor. I don't want to get overburdened right now. The necklace, my fire arrow. Her poor sword. The one she was using against me. Nordic Sword of Scorching. I guess the thing is considered stolen now too. I don't want it taken from me necessarily. So let's go put it in the house. I don't know, I'm a little uncertain about the way this quest started. I probably should have sat in the town or something, waited for the courier. Alright, there it is up there. Probably where it belongs. Oh! That fight really drunk down that soul gem. It's almost 6 o'clock in the evening. Look at Scandinavian Seasons. There's some fog or clouds going through that area. Fog is rolling in. Oh, I guess she's gone. Cleaned up right away. That's good. Just looking a little bit more at the weather mod. So I've been in the house several times now. This will be a pretty decent house to store your items. There's also a weapon rack up there, and maybe that's where I'll put the Nordic Sword of Scorching. Okay, what's the deal? How come I can't get it? Is this a weapon rack foobard? Or are we being punished? cannot, we can take that, but we can't take the Nordic Sword of Scorching. Is it because we didn't start the quest properly? Let me go back and re-enter the house. I guess this is where we You know, if I can't take that sword, because we're being punished, I'm going to go back to town, back up, go to town, now where did that go? Alright, it's actually there, but it's not really showing up, is it? But we can take it, at least. Alright, the Ice Blade of the Monarch will go up there. Is something wrong with this house if you don't start the quest exactly right? Alright, there it is. And it's still stolen. But at least now we can take it and see it. Alright, I guess everything's okay. More or less. Now, one sword I really liked was a Dawn Fang, a Dusk Fang, because it's Soul Gem, to my testing on 2 different characters. The sword is perpetually charged. The Soul Gem has never gone down the slightest. Bloodthirst, it just guzzles Soul Gems, and it looks like the Ice Blade might also. But another good sword to have, probably one of my, I guess my first Creation Club weapon. I bought it, was a Shadowrend. And I started off my Argonian character, you know, and got it. Because I liked the way it looked up there at the, you know, the advertisement photos at the Creation Club in Argonian in mage robes with the axe. Maybe we'll have to go get that. Because it's perpetually charged too. But there are weapon racks. More than a few mannequins. You can put your claws here. So I have the farm over by Rorikstead. The plan was to live at the farm and use this in Tundra Homestead and other houses in the game to hoard my loot. But now I'm thinking I have it backwards. I should live here and use the farm just to drop by and harvest crops. I thought of that some time back because I'm not really a farmer. So I probably won't really even develop the farm. Well, I think I hired the drunk Embry on this character to be there. The drunk from Riverwood. It's 6:42. Let's see what the weather's like. Alright, I can't take it. I'm going to back up and just wait until we can fight her, for she has the enchanted Nordic sword. And where we can get it without it being stolen. So at some point, as I recall, we're going to right, this is where we saved it. Let me get rid of Let's see, that's number 10. I don't want to get my saves corrupted, so I'm going to get rid of those. Alright, we're here. I want her to use that weapon over there by the tree stump. I just couldn't live with myself. What time was it again? 4:11 p.m. So we can still cruise around testing the Scandinavian Seasons Extended. So let's go over by the farm, take a look at it. Maybe into Riverwood, Rorikstead. See if there's the caravan. To see if we get a letter to go see her. Or do I have it? Books. Oh, shoot. Yeah, we got to go back to the farm, because I think that I put a bunch on this character, maybe. Could have been my Argonian, it could have been my other Nord. But I think I put a bunch of crap, books into the bookcase or something. Maybe her letter was from there. We have to read it. Dead bodies and horse. Skyrim is quite a place. And I used to play, more than a few games. Mostly, the shooters. I still think that Half-Life, especially the original one, is a contender for the best game of all time. Other games, But my wife gave me a Skyrim. She's a WoW girl and didn't like all the talking, it's just too much talking. Not enough action for her. In Skyrim, well, I just like what we're doing now. You can run around a lot with nothing happening. Which is what I liked about Half-Life. You can crawl around in the ducks and stuff, just exploring and going through with nothing necessarily happening, but with the anticipation that something could. Anyway, I had Skyrim from my wife. Then it took me maybe 6 months before I installed it. And after that, I consider it the best game of all time. Hey, is that courier? Maybe he'll have something for me.
Important deliveries to make. No time for chatting.
I was hoping you'd give me a delivery about Hendraheim. So I guess my other option is to see if I maybe put her letter into a bookcase without reading it first or something, to jumpstart that quest. And I think that the only place it would be here at the farm. Yeah, there, you'll see him just right here. There he is, Embry, the drunk I hired from Riverwood. He's my hand. Now I wonder if I got the steward, and everything, if the guy would actually start working. Did I actually plant any crops yet? Yeah, I have some wheat. A couple of wheat. So maybe he'll go and hoe those and see where the bedrolls and fireplace are. Once you start building it up, that'll turn into a bunkhouse. And the hands and steward do use the bunkhouse. I've seen them in there sleeping. Right over there would be where the horses stable is going to be built. The windmill will become fully functional. Here's some more crops I planted over here. But you know, like the guy that runs around on Legendary, but he spends 70% of his time looking for and making ingredients, potions, to negate, you know, most of the Legendary difficulty. That's not for me. In fact, I don't even consider that playing the game. Now let me see. He's a very good technician, though. Probably the best. Where did I put these, if anywhere? Or am I thinking of something completely different, a completely different character? So we do have the use of the house. This will eventually, if you want to upgrade it, I guess I picked these and went out and planted them or something, anticipating I'd develop this, and this would all be turned into a lab or something, you know, the enchanting area. I also learned that the stuff I'd put in here was replaced once I started upgrading. But right now, what was the character I went and put a bunch of stuff into a bookcase? Because as far as I'm aware, I thought this is the only house this character has. Oh, nice view. Scandinavian Seasons. What time is it? Yeah, the evenings and dawns kind of get nice and red, golden. I think this is awesome. Look at that torch spark lighting up. Now I'm not going to, you know, like the people I'm thinking of, going around just snatching up everything they can find. The moment you escape Helgen, you're just snatching up all the ingredients. You go into people's houses, start stealing everything, even if they're your friends. Start stealing everything from merchants. That is not even role-playing, in my opinion. Well, that's not even my opinion. It's a fact. It's not role-playing in any sense. But it is a good technician's way to do it. Look at this. There's Embry. Hey, buddy. I wonder if he'll go over there and sleep on his bedroll. Maybe we should stay here a bit and see what happens. So what is the character I have this farm? I guess it's my other Nord. Level close to high 20s, close to 30. The one I went through the Northwatch Keep with. That character had the whole farm, you know, build up. Windmill working, all the crafting and enchanting set up. It's a good place for me to grow crops to the extent that I'm going to grow crops. Like I say, I'm not a cook, and being an alchemist is essentially being a cook. I want to play more as a warrior. See, I actually buy a lot of things in Skyrim. People say, oh no, don't buy anything, you know, save your money, just go craft it. Well, first of all, that's not pure roleplay. And secondly, I want to contribute to the economy somewhat. But in this Creation Club stuff, survival mode, and the Arcane Archer pack, I discovered that you can buy the elemental arrows from the major merchants, and even the peddlers that go around, you know, with their horse. I just buy them. I've never actually made an arcane arrow yet. But whenever I come across them, I buy them all. And I also buy food for the survival mode, focusing on anything that will, the stuff that'll give 380 restoration. But there is one food that I do make when I have the ingredients, and I usually do. Just one potato, one thing of salt will give you potato soup. Survival mode is 380 restoration. I think that's about as easy as it gets. Well, other than having my Hendraheim foobarred a tad, because I went back, I wanted her to fight with her sword, not just a simple iron one. And I want to, you know, start the quest off properly so it's not considered stolen, you know, when I display it. This is turning into another Scandinavian Seasons extended. Look-see? At the farm.
My favorite drinking buddy. Got any ale or mead?
Yeah, I'll give him a drink.
Until next time.
So we can sit here, get warm by the fire. I'm sure we could, yeah, we can use that cooking pot. I've used it before to test it. We're warmer, comfortable. Will he come over here at some point and use it? The beds. Because they will use the bunkhouse once it's built. I've been into the bunkhouse at night several times. The steward and the two hands were sleeping there. I've never actually seen anybody yet use the beds, but I guess I really wasn't looking at that point. And I had the money to where I could just basically build everything at once. I didn't pause and see if they would come over here, you know, and sleep on the bedrolls. But I'm guessing if they'll sleep in the bunkhouse, they'll sleep on these bedrolls. But will he come over here? Too bad there wasn't a nice thunder and rainstorm going on. We could turn this into an ambient stream and fall asleep by it. I can see that it is getting darker. So isn't this a great stream? Just sitting here doing nothing, chilling out at your farm. We'll likely get a little colder here, but yeah, this character, I tend to make some of them kind of like me in a way. Yeah. that's a little better. At least you can see your face more. So it has gotten darker. Now I wonder if I went over and dismissed Embry and he started walking away, if I could rehire him again and he'd stay. I don't want him to be stuck behind this rock over here. And it looks like he still might be. I think he's just stuck, which I would say is a nav mesh issue. Let's wait an hour. It's already getting nice and dark. 1 hour, see if he's moved. Sometimes that'll do it, but not this time. I'm chilly, I've got to go. Sit by the fire again. I think it's a bummer that he's seems to be stuck behind that boulder. I mean, he has been walking around the farm. When we came up here, he was walking, possibly from the campsite here. Right, I'm hungry and fatigued. I have to eat and sleep. At least we are warm. So, come on. Don't be stuck over here. He's still stuck. So I try and be a good guy, hire this drunk from Riverwood. He comes here. I'm not going to develop the farm like last time. Alright, he seems to be unstuck. And he's sleeping on the bedroll. I knew that they would probably do that. This is the first time I've actually seen him sleep on the bedroll out here. This is just a drunk from Rorikstead. But I have on other character build up the whole farm, and there was a bunkhouse here. I went in at night. The steward, the hands, they're all sleeping in it. So everything works. But he was stuck behind a boulder over there for a few hours. But I am on survival mode and having problems here. So I've got to run into the house and at least sleep a little bit and then eat something. So I don't intend at this point to build up the farm like I did on my other character. I'm going to just maybe use the crop area and use Hydroheim. Of course, that's a little bit foobarred in a sense. Gotta start the quest properly, because I discovered you could actually get the Hendraheim at level 1. But, let's just try 1 hour. Nah, we better go 7 at least. To get the fatigue off. Alright. Well rested. Okay. Ah, food. Cooked beef. Famished. Oh my god. The best thing to have is basically potato soup. 1 potato, 1 salt pile. You get a full 380. Restoration. 1 more. Alright, we're well fed. Alright, we're taken care of. What time is it? 9:55 a.m. Hey, let's go out on the porch and see how Scandinavian Seasons looks. So, I think it does have kind of a cold look to it. And the other weather patterns are very interesting too. And the fog, that can be disorienting. Alright, look at right over the cart there by my crosshair. Here comes Embry. Is he going to get stuck behind another boulder? Is he actually going to go out and tend the garden? I don't know. Well, it looks like he's trying to climb up the rock right there. Get to the garden, maybe? Or maybe get to the house and just lounge up against a pillar or something. The place is not improved at all, so I don't even have a place for him to sit. Well, he does have that chair out there by the camp. Alright, here he is. Now let's see if he does any work. Well, this is pretty much what he does in Riverwood.
My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some mead.
Hey man, if I
What do
have
you
some meat, I'll give you one.
Got any ale or mead?
I have a meat. He's something of an ingrate. I gave him $250 just to come out here. Well, I want to go to, well, he'll drink that, but he's not going to work on the crops there, hoeing or anything. I actually made a video not too long ago. I had, back in Oldrim, I took the blacksmith house from Riverwood, planted it right there above my head, had my own Lorikstead farmhouse. I nav-mashed it, put in idle markers. All my followers, I was using multi-follower mods at the time, they go out there and hoe and stuff and work. This guy's not doing anything. Oh, here we go, Scandinavian Seasons. kicking in. Fog moving in. Storm. This is a very interesting weather mod. And I'm using the Scandinavian Seasons extended version this time. I have a feeling it's a little better than the original one I tried last summer. Or whenever it was. There's a little bit of flash lightning up there. Well, let's head to Vorkstead and see if I can get a courier or something to get this Hendrheim going legitimately, so I don't have to just walk up there and kill her. Problem with that is the sword she has, the enchanted sword. She doesn't use it in the fight and is considered stolen. What time is it? 11:52. It's basically noon. This is not a... There's some lightning. I think this mod does a very good job of changing the whole coloration, you know, to fit the cloudy, overcast nature of the situation. The grass looks less vibrant, you know, brown and reddish. I first tested this mod with the earlier version, and I used a northern grass based upon somebody's YouTube video. I guess heavy burns might have been that. I thought it was a little too much in combination. And the Nordic grass, or is it northern grass? One of the two. Anyway, the Khajiit caravan in Whiterun, just outside Whiterun, the guy sitting in the tent, he's just up to his neck, you know, in grass. That was a problem.
Meal or room. I've got both. Let's sate that appetite, huh?
I do tend to buy a lot of my food for survival mode. But this is only the 220 stuff. Oh, here's the 380.
Another day.
kind of disappointed that bandit camp right over there is not filled in. I don't know if it's just my machine not powerful enough or if that's just the way it is. Legendary difficulty. I don't know if I want to go up against a cat right now. Stand by the fire a second. Might have been my Argonian in Mirwatch, where I unloaded most of my books and notes, even if they had no weight. I just wanted to clear it out. But I don't seem to have the note to go to Hendreheim and see her. Skyrim Bloodfire. Now I think that's the one where I go get the ebony armor up there by Windhelm. We could go to the East March Geysers and get Shadowrend, which is, I believe that was my first Creation Club weapon. And I did actually like it. I was using, as I might have mentioned already, I was playing an Argonian, basically because that's the way it was portrayed up there. I thought it looked nice. Let's hope to find it. Yeah, here's a Dawn Fang. Ruin's Edge, nice bow. Champion's Rest. Now, getting Umbra and Dawnfang. My Argonian, that was done on survival and legendary. No followers, anything like that, no conjured followers. That was a grind, but I did it. I don't sit there, you know, like some people do. I'm playing on legendary difficulty. Then you go, you know, spend 70% of your time running around making potions so you can one or two shot your enemies, which basically, in my opinion, reduces legendary difficulty down to novice, maybe, or adept at least. Alright, I can't fast travel. Again, I don't have it. The unicorn has at least the stamina and speed, strength as a shadow mare, and I understand the horse, the unicorn, cannot be killed. But so while I'm still sitting here testing out Scandinavian Seasons, and this is my second stream. I did one earlier today, and then here tonight. Well, I guess it's the next day now. almost 24 hours ago I did my first one. I like what I see, and I think I'm going to keep it. I don't know if it's just me, but the grass and stuff looks kind of greenish, gray. Do I still have my soul gem? No. Because my weapon is uncharged. Oh, no, it is charged. I charged it just before I was going to fight that gal. I'm going to head behind. Something else. I don't know if I want to waste my blade and soul gem on minor insignificant targets, because I've only come across this one soul gem since I got this weapon. Now once you get the arcane arrows, which I do for the bow of shadows, and you get the soul stealer arrows, you'll have an unlimited supply of soul gems at that point, because the arrow kills whatever it kills, it immediately turns him into a soul gem. Sometimes I yell out, you know, to a bandit or something, back off or I'll turn you into a soul gem. But then you can just completely, constantly recharge your weapons. Bow of Shadows, unfortunately, this is a soul gem. If I pick up the Shadowrend, it has a kind of a weird enchantment, but it's perpetually charged. It doesn't have to be recharged. Kind of like Dawn Fane. So there's quite a bit of thunder, and I understand it's supposed to be distant thunder that you can hear. Everything does look kind of clouded out, misty, fog. You know, for what everybody has to work with, I'd say this mod author did a fantastic job. If I have to fight anything, I can use the Lunar Steel Axe. That would work on my one-handed, I guess. But, well, the Bow of Shadows, which is basic iron arrows. That might be better. Because I don't want to take down my soul gem on my ice blade. Really, though, the hardest way to play on survival mode is with an Argonian, like I've done a lot. Argonian, my second most favorite character, you know, behind a Nord, of course. Because they're 25% more susceptible to cold. So that makes it even more of a challenge. What would be the fastest way to East March? Geysers. The closest city I might be able to take a carriage here to. Or should I just ride the whole way to check out this weather mod, which is basically what I should probably do. Because that's the point of this stream right now. I'm testing it out. Seeing if it's a keeper. Oh, I can't fast travel. Just survival mode. Now I guess I could travel to the Windhelm stables and then go down to these marsh geysers. That's probably the closest thing to do. And by the way, right up here to where my arrow is, just to the right of Hollyfrost Farm, is where I picked up this Creation Club horse Glade from the far north. Actually, I like her. I'm going to take a carriage to Windhelm. And then down to the geysers.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
Windhelm. Now you see, Morthal and Winterhold, they cost more. I guess they're more out of the way places. Non-Starfall Creek. Windhelm is a major area. I guess it's cheap to get there.
Climb it back. Me off. Get up here.
I don't know if my volume was too low. I could definitely hear the thunder, but I didn't hear him too much. So here I am again. There's the horse. There's no, I don't have any camping supplies. That's why on survival mode, I would have my mud crab run around with me carrying 2 camping supplies. What time is it? 12:10 a.m.? Oh yes, just after midnight. And one thing I've noticed about this weather mod so far is that once you go into a town, the weather is still the same as it was outside. Sometimes I think the weather changes from inside and outside the city. But we'll see. Yep, it's still going. You can see the weather. We've even got some fog in town. I like that. But I need some bed and food, probably. Warmth.
Got some mind you don't get fresh with Suzanne.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
So Suzanne,
Sate that appetite.
why is she called the Wicked? Makes you wonder, I guess. Cooked beef, $3.80. We'll take that. Pork or low, both of them.
I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
I made my fortune as a sea captain, but now I'm retired.
Name's Nils. I'm the cook up at Candlehearth Hall.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
All right, thank you.
We drink to our youth.
Yeah, 7 hours. I'm sure I'm going to be hungry. We'll run out to the horse and we'll already be freezing to death again.
The days come and gone, for the age of oppression is now nearly
Hunger famished.
done. We'll drive out the empire from this land that we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back.
Now look at how the weather mod is active inside the city here too. Times 748. It's kind of like
There's no glory in war.
dawn and dusk
Just
is when
something
it gets
to tell
kind of red
soldiers
like
how to
this.
risk their lives.
Nice. Still red.
Horses, all day long. Do you have any idea how many dog horses are?
Ugly looking cloud there, like a tornado could spawn out of it. We can warm up a little bit, perhaps. Giant mammoth will let us. Looks like a deer head skull floating in air. We should be close to the geyser. let's see. Now, what is that floating in the air? That is a saber cat. Well, that was interesting. I guess that's the Atrodunk stone. I guess I'm right here. For a second I thought that was it. I guess it's been longer since I've been here than I thought. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I thought it was just below the Atrodunk stone. What am I doing? guy gonna heal himself or is he burning me? Oh fuck, he healed himself and he's burning me. Oh shoot. Quick save. I really thought I had it on a chance for one take on this, on Legendary and Survival. Do I have any healing potions? Well, of course I don't. How about food? Venison chop? Go back and start this again. I've got this thing going, and as I recall, you can't really go too far away from this or it just starts over again. So I'm going to have to start this over. As usual, I'm unprepared. Oh man. Story of my life. I think this is about as far as we could go. Yeah, I wish it would end now. He took me out. Maybe we should try the bow and fire arrows. Get stuck there. Nice. Oh, I heard that swing. God. Am I gonna have to go all the way back to Windhelm and get some potions? Health healing? Come on, you're stuck. Oh shit. I was gonna do a quick save there. Oh damn it, did he heal himself?
I'll see you in pieces.
Yeah, this was a pretty tough fight on Legendary. Weaken him.
See you in pieces.
Shoot. Well, sure I can beat you. You know, I wish my arrow would have disrupted this stream of flames. Damn. Shit, that's gonna take me down right away.
You can't beat me.
Here's where I wish I had that steel soldier helmet. Or if I had the unicorn, and if it would help me fight.
Never should have come.
Oh, come on. I should have had it, fire arrow. I'll take it if he's trapped a little bit behind there. He's healing himself. The dirty cheater. Did you get that? Did I get that on camera? I better do a hard save here. Yeah. The thing is he got stuck. But that's his problem. Now, where am I? God. Do I want the sword version or the axe? I'll do a hard save again. Look at its stats. Shadowrend. Damage 61. Target is 15% weaker to magic for 30 seconds. That's kind of a hard thing to pull off. That's why it's kind of a weird enchantment. That's what you're supposed to do. Hit somebody and then switch to magic. Or you bring a mage along. You hit the opponent and then the mage, you know, gets a bonus with their magic. I've tried that before, but unfortunately this weapon kills them so fast, in my experience, that they didn't have a chance to do that. Of course, I wasn't necessarily on Legendary. The Ice Blade is 40 damage. This is 61 damage. You know, that's a pretty good deal, I think. So I think I'm going to save it here. And I guess call it a night. So we got Shadowrend, and this is still Scandinavian Seasons. It still looks nice. All right. Later.